Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Teleislas News with the most important news of the day. At the Coral Palace early in the morning, the new Secretary of the Tourism Office was sworn in.
Governor Everett Hawkins-Shogreen assigned as head of the Tourism Office to Jonathan Taylor Diaz, to whom he charged with the responsibility of selling the destination to international travelers, such as the U.S. cruise ships and other agencies. These were the words of the new Secretary of Tourism.
Today I have honorably received the position of Secretary of Tourism, and from this office I extend the most cordial invitation to the entire community, to the important sector of tourism, of which I am available for them to come to visit me and accompany me, and together we can work on projects for the benefit of tourism in the department.
On the other hand, the Secretary spoke of a challenge to be assumed and made reference to the previous official of the Tourism Office, Sebastián Ospina Archibald.
We have an important issue, such as the recovery of beaches, to sell our tourist destination. Being one of our major attractions, then there are many goals that I will review in detail to meet our objectives. I also extend an invitation to Sebastián, since I consider him to be a young professional who has done a very good job. It will not be easy to surpass the point where he has left the Secretariat of Tourism. What remains for me is to wish him success, and I hope to be able to count on his support in the Secretariat.
In this regard, it is worth mentioning that the governor of the department expressed to the new secretary to make the connection with the previous official of that office and to take his advice. Also announced that they will be supporting Sebastián Ospina from other spheres. He also stressed the need to make visits to the United States to achieve links with cruise ships and agencies to visit the island more.
And through the decree, Governor Everett Hawkins-Shogreen declared Alan J. Stevens, who served as Secretary of Infrastructure and later as interim governor of the department, unsubstantiated or without any justification. In this sense, he would not continue as an official of the aforementioned office. Previously, it was known that this position had not been filed, taking into account that Alan J. presented medical reasons for his absence. This journalistic house will be attentive to the appointment of a new office for the Infrastructure Office. And in an interview with Teleislas News, the manager of the State Social Enterprise announced how the expansion plan of the COVID ICU is progressing in order to expand its response capacity.
Hello, Lisa and Adi TV viewers. I say hello from here from the Departmental Hospital because we talked to the manager of the GSA, Hilary Rodriguez, who tells us that they are making a plan of expansion of the ICU occupancy so that the COVID-19 patients that come into here can be attended in the midst of this pandemic.
The hospital is expanding the capacity of response toward the COVID-19. What we're doing is that initially we had an amount of 17 beds. One of them will end up with mechanic problems, so we had to replace it. Partially with this year with 16. Now we have 5 additional. That is what the expansion consists in. Adding more beds to the capacity of the hospital. So today we have 21 beds in the ICU of the hospital. Are being occupied by 10 persons exactly. That is more or less the 47% of the capacity of the hospital. When we talk about the 47%, because a couple of days ago we said was 81%. Let's say this capacity grew at the hospital grew precisely because we add more beds, not because the emergency has passed anywhere.
It is important to mention also that the manager told us that they're going to receive an important donation of the departmental government of some machines that will help to attend all the patients that come in to the hospital.
The departmental government has been been a good big support for the hospital. Actually, they have donated an oxygen machine for us. So that is a really good news because it has been a great utility for the hospital in these last days of emergency. We will be receiving other equipment during the month and during the year. from the government?
Rodriguez mentioned that it's not the occupancy that is going down, it's because they are going to make more beds, that is where this percentage is coming down, but that the pandemic is not finished yet. This is all the information I report from here from the Departmental Hospital. Continue Lisa in studio.
An execution of rehabilitation and maintenance works are being carried out in the pedestrian sector of Spratbite. Let's see the works that FINDETER is developing in this area.
Maintenance work is being carried out in the pedestrian area of Spratbite by FINDETER. The arrangement include cleaning and draining channels, change of grids, resurfacing, and painting of blocks. Teleislas heard the opinion of citizens who travel on this important area of the island, who expressed their different position of these arrangements.
La verdad es que lo necesitamos porque San Andrés no se puede dejar deteriorar.
The truth is that we need it because San Andres cannot deteriorate. We know that the sea deteriorates everything. They painted the walls, everything is being organized, and the tourist needs to find a beautiful and pleasant island.
Un turista pues para llegar aquí ve San Andrés todo bonito, ¿no?
A tourist is going to arrive here and see San Andres are beautiful because that is what they are looking for when they pay the tourist card, and they are looking to see everything first class. I think those works should have been done when we were locked up. We lasted 8 months locked up.
Sí me parece relevante que son necesarios la limpieza que le están haciendo,
If I think it is relevant, very important the cleaning they are doing, the renovation and maintenance. If you see a lot of delay in the process when they should do it quickly, they already take several days. There is the debris thrown and even accident occur because they pass many time on the pedestrian zone.
The works will continue to advance during the week in the pedestrian area of Spratbite. For this reason, FINDETER invites citizens to travel with caution on this site during the maintenance work.
And we continue with information of interest, new opportunity for students of San Andres and Old Providence to receive free internet and unlimited minutes with the ICT ministry. This is the second phase of the registrations for the Última Milla Móvil, or Last Mobile Mile program, which will deliver SIM cards to students of public schools.
The ICT Minister Karen Awudinen clarified that in this second stage, 2 municipalities of the department will be prioritized and registration will be open until the 7th of May. In the first call, closed on April 14, 246,348 students from official institutions in the country, public universities, and the Sena registered. Each SIM card has a capacity of 5 gigabytes, unlimited minutes to a national destination, and WhatsApp without video calls. Interested parties must fill out a form on the website of the ICT Ministry, www.minte.gov.co, section Press Room, Calls for Application. Registration process will be open until the 7th of May. There you can also review the eligibility requirements, learn about the privacy policies, and express your interest in being part of this initiative.
And in order to make known the best of San Andres, the Secretary of Tourism has created a website, a space that enables people to learn firsthand about the attractions, services, sceneries, gastronomy, culture, music, sports, and everything that our archipelago department has to offer in terms of fun and experiences. And at this time, we continue with all the sport news of our department.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. Maracana fields gather talented players that shows a good spectacle in football. These veteran football players who have been through professional football leagues provided a good show in the friendly matches that, as a pilot test, seeks the reactivation of this sport in the archipelago. This is how the renowned and veteran player Carlos Perez describes it.
Team what we're playing against now is GG, and that team characterize themselves because they play strong, they play aggressive. The difference of our team is that Fluid team is a team that put the ball on the floor and play collective, plenty much better of them team.
In addition, Perez tells us about the feeling of playing with other professional players who shared his experience playing soccer professionally.
It's a proud for me to get this condition and share a good time with players like him that play in different places of Colombia and in different places international. It's very important for all of us, for all the kids, for all the young guys, and for all the people in general.
According to Perez, it is definitely nice to play football at the Maracana. With discipline, an Islander talented baseball player is looking to sign with Major League Baseball. At the hand and guidance of his coach Vicente Brown, this promising island baseball player, Aidan Steele, trains looking to improve his throwing to over 85 miles to be able to sign with a club that can take him to the big leagues. With more details, his coach Vicente Brown told us.
With Aidan, we come in the work, we fly God's Spray Life half of this month. Going back here, go try it with some scout. Right now they have 4 scouts. One look on it with Yankee, Mets, Giants, and Cardinals. Well, with Aidan working plenty physique, strength, and pitching. A sport without discipline, not again away.
Also, Aidan Steele told us a little more.
Well, I come to the stage and come practice with my Prof. Vicente Brown. I come for one better future, I come to get one better body to practice. Well, I come to catch physics because in this thing, in a baseball, it's not easy. And well, I want to be a better baseball player. I want to get me in the league and show them, say, well, it's not easy work, but he can do it and it's possible to do it. But all I got to say that you have to work with discipline, got respect to your professor, and pay attention more what they tell you and what you have to do.
He is a great island baseball prospect for the major leagues.